Okay, I flipped the board over after doing the top lamination, the deck lamination. Now I'm going to take my X-Acto and I'm going to trim all the way around and peel off this cutlap, this glass. I started, but I forgot to turn the camera on. So, okay, going to continue. And I guess I should put some gloves on. I really like using gloves like this. These are just some vinyl gloves that that work really well. They're cheap, and when I'm done with them, I throw them out. So this, you can avoid contaminating your surfboard by not touching it with your bare hands, because your body excretes oil through your pores, and or anything else you might have on your hands, hand lotion or anything like that. So now I'm just going to trim all the way around. Alright, that looks pretty good. Once you do the hot coat on this, the seam will pretty much disappear. What I'm going to do is just take a little bit of sandpaper before I before I do the hot coat and just knock this little ridge down just a tiny bit. Remember, the smoother you get it before you hot coat, the better. I'm gonna have to sand down these a little bit, and then we'll hot coat. Okay, now we're going to sand down this lap, this cut lap. If you did a free lap, you'd have to do the same thing. You want to sand this so that it's nice and even. The flatter you make your laps and any bumps or irregularities of your board, the better. So, like if you have little bumps or extra pieces of resin, just kind of take them down, because that'll really save you when you do the hot coat and the gloss coat. You get any bumps, that's what's going to get sanded first, and you'll get a burn through. And what a burn through is, it'll expose the weave of the fiberglass, and that just is a real pain in the butt, real pain in the ass. You end up having to mix up a little bit of resin, going over it and touching it up, and then trying to blend it in with the rest of the hot coat or gloss coat. So to sand this, real easy. You just go over it real lightly. Try not to sand too much, but just enough so that it feathers it in. Use a sanding block. I'm going to use my oscillating tool. Some people use little grinders. There's all kinds of ways. The grit of sandpaper, probably maybe 100, 150, something like that. Don't go too rough. Yeah, that's it. I got a vacuum. I'm going to vacuum as I go, so that way I'm not breathing in this lovely fiberglass dust. Actually, I'm going to grab my dust mask as well, and then we'll get started. Also, one other thing, where we did this right here, and also at the nose where we did the overlaps, the relief cuts for the fiberglass around the curves, sand those down nice and even as well. Okay, that pretty much does it. So, no fetching edges on the gloves, which is great. Good all around here. Maybe just one little spot there. But feel the whole board over. Check all of the lap. Make sure there's no high spots. Make sure it blends really well. Because when you do the hot coat, what ends up happening is it's going to flow all over this, and if you have a bump, again, like I mentioned, you're going to sand through it when you sand later. So, the nose came out great. Quite pleased with this spot here. That looks a lot better than the initial when I did the bottom lamination. made up for it on the top anyway. So it's looking great. Next, it's a little cold today, so I probably won't hot coat today. Hopefully in the next day or two, I'll be able to hot coat. I'll try to do both the top and the bottom the same day, and then we do some sanding. So thanks for watching.